It's 2010, you're looking for a Supra, you go online and you find a nice example clean for about $20,000. This isn't just a regular Supra, this is a Targa twin turbo 6-speed Supra, the most expensive one. In 2010, going for $20,000. If we fast forward to 2022, 12 years later, that same car is now worth about $80,000 to $90,000, with a lot of them seeing over 6 figures. And if we would have known what we know today back then, we would have all bought Supras and we would have capitalized on that gain. But there are a few cars that are still incredibly underrated today that I believe will absolutely appreciate tomorrow. And the first car I'm going to start with is incredibly underrated. It is the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX along with the Eagle Talon TSI, made from 95 to 99. Both of those cars are absolute sleepers. 210 horsepower, they're all-wheel drive, they come in manual, they're tons of fun. The GSX has this swooping wing in the back that looks awesome. The Eagle Talon TSI has this really quirky, odd wing that wraps around the rear deck lid. The Eclipse was featured in the first Fast and Furious, and I'm surprised they haven't appreciated more. You could catch a nice clean example for about $15,000, and I truly believe if you hung onto those for about another 5 years, you will see a substantial appreciation. My next car, one that it's not really underrated, and that's going to be the E36 M3. In my opinion, it is the greatest M3 ever made. We could argue about it, fight about it, but it's the only M3 that didn't have a ridiculous amount of issues and still had power. E30 lacked power, E46 had way too many big issues that you had to spend thousands of dollars to address, and every M3 after that just was a little more bulky and it was just a little too big. The E36 goes back to its roots. It gives you an ultimate driving experience, what BMW is all about. They come in manual, 5-speed. You can get them from 95 to 99, with 99 being the last year. You can get them in a sedan, a coupe, and a convertible. I believe the coupe will hold the best value. The sedan follow, and the convertible will be last. My next one is a hot hitter right now. I think people are finally starting to appreciate these, but they're still not at the level that I think they should be, and it's the Corvette Z06 C5. They come with an LS6, they're made from 2001, I believe it's a 2004, and they pack a punch at about 400 and some odd horsepower. They are fast, they are nimble. I think the car is just good for what it is. It's rear-wheel drive, manual, coupe, flip-up headlights, and everyone loves the flip-up headlights. I'm gonna say it's probably one of the last cars to ever be made with flip-up headlights in the early 2000s. Audi. The R8 specifically is often overlooked, and the R8 I'm referring to is the 4.2 liter V8 R8 with a gated manual transmission. They're often overlooked because you could get them in a V10, but I think the V8 offers so much and it's incredibly overlooked right now. You could get one for around $70,000 with decently low miles, and if I were to compare them, let's compare them to the Ferrari 360 Modena. They are absolutely pretty close to identical cars in terms of what they offer. However, Audi's going to offer you reliability where Ferrari cannot, and Audi is going to give you a little bit less of a maintenance bill, and I think that's going to allow it to appreciate. Once people get past the whole thing of not having the bigger engine, instead you're going to have the little brother, but the little brother is still a great car. You can get them in a Spider, you can get them in the coupe, you can get them with the carbon fiber blades on the side, which is beautiful. They drive real well. They're mid-engine. You're getting an entry-level supercar for $70,000. Yes, it's a lot of money, but at that price point, there is absolutely nothing that's going to give you that much excitement, rarity, and exclusivity. The world of rally has seen some absolute heavy hitters with the Subaru STI lineup, with Hyundai coming up in the rally game right now. You have Audi that absolutely dominated in the 90s, but there is a brand that we cannot forget. Even though they fell off, they still made a great car, and that's the Mitsubishi Evo 8 and 9. They were made in the States from 03 to 06, with 06 being their last year, and the 06 being the only Evo 9 that we ever got. Where overseas saw up to 07. And if you look at those cars, they're still a relative good bargain. You can get a pretty mint one for around $30,000 to $35,000. I know that's expensive. That's actually more than what they were new. However, they do offer a lot that cars today simply do not. And if you find one in stock condition, I would take that. You could save those and you will see a nice appreciation curve in a few years. The Evo 9 was only made for 1 year. They're hard to find in good condition. They're hard to find OEM because everyone modified them. So when someone wants one and they want one in all original condition without being tinkered with, they will pay a premium and they will demand that premium. Listen, I can't tell the future. I can't guarantee that any of these cars are actually going to appreciate or not, but I can tell you after years of experience of obsessing over values that all these cars are very, very well priced. You could pick them up, you're going to get a ton of performance, and you're not going to pay some crazy premium. You could get a much nicer car if you stick to something that's not as mainstream and something that's a little off the beaten path.